Power. Since the dawn of civilization, power has ruled over our lives. But what really is power?
Power is the capacity to be humble.
I think power is recognizing that we have the ability to make choices at any given moment.
I think power is authority.
And strength too. Yeah.
Power is control.
Obviously, power means many different things to different people. It can be a title you earn, a sense of respect, or plainly the ability to do something.
Power changes and has changed throughout history. However, one aspect remains the same. Power relies on both the respect and support of other people. Without others, this so-called power is useless.
I got that power.
Hello, I'm Spencer, and these are my partners Janina and Kasha. What you're viewing now isn't any old English culminating. It's a journey.
Our goal is to enlighten you on power. Through our efforts, you will learn why power is important to you.
To begin this journey, we will travel back to the Elizabethan era, a time where things were much, much different. Wow, everything is so different. People center their lives around completely different things, having different morals, lives, and goals.
During this time, the basis of power was different. Power was based upon royalty and nobility. They had complete control over the people.
People were oppressed and were not as fortunate as those in power. Many yearned for this power due to the luxuries it had.
This can especially be seen in popular literature during this time period, such as William Shakespeare's Macbeth.
Macbeth is a play in which the extreme desire for power is shown through the various characters who become corrupted by this prospect of achieving power.
This is especially evident even from the beginning of the play. For example, when the witches first visit Macbeth and Banquo, they decree, "All hail Macbeth, thou shalt be king hereafter, thou shalt get kings, though be none. So all hail Macbeth and Banquo." This shows the knowledge the witches have to Macbeth's lust for power, and use it to create trouble. The prospect of power corrupts Macbeth.
Another example is when Macbeth learns that Macduff is against him. Macbeth exclaims, "The castle of Macduff I will surprise, seize upon Fife, give to the edge of the sword, his wife, his babes, and all unfortunate souls." This quote demonstrates Macbeth's extreme desire for power. He wants to attain more no matter what, which is especially evident in the way that he overreacts in this quote.
A final example of Macbeth's craze for power is when Macbeth learns that Banquo's children will be kings. Macbeth declares, "Upon my head they placed a fruitless crown, and put a barren scepter in my grip, thence to be wrenched with unlineal hand, no son of mine succeeding. If it be so, for Banquo's issue I have filed my mind." This quote once again demonstrates Macbeth's extreme lust for power and how he will do anything to keep it.
These were all examples of bad power, and how power can corrupt people. But there are cases which power is good and can be used for good.
Are you actually saying there's good in Macbeth?
Yes, this is also evident in Macbeth through the characters who use their power and influence to achieve good. These characters include King Duncan, Banquo, and Macduff. Macduff and Banquo use their power to try and vanquish the evil that is Macbeth. King Duncan uses his power for the good of the kingdom of Scotland.
You know, this all really connects to the Catholic social teachings promotion of peace.
What is promotion of peace?
Why don't we talk to our chaplain, Mr. Finan?
So, Mr. Finan, what really is the promotion of peace?
Well, I guess the promotion of peace in our society is following the example in our personal lives, following the example of Jesus in the Gospels, following the Beatitudes. It would be following the Catholic social teachings would definitely lead to peace in terms of the right and dignity of the person.
Wow, it really does. Power is only good if it is used for good, like following God's teachings and therefore following the promotion of peace.
Okay, enough of the Elizabethan era.
Agreed. Let's go to the next stop on our adventure. The 1940s.
Ooh. Wow. Once again, things have changed.
Yes, power in this time period is centered around land.
If you think about what is happening in this time period, it kind of makes sense. At this time period, the Great Depression had just ended and World War II had been going on for years. All these factors made people want to gain money and have financial security.
The most obvious and simple solution to this challenge was to buy land. Land was and still is extremely valuable due to its economic potential.
Ironically, land was also essential in the war. The side with the most land had the most control, and this in itself decided the outcome of the war.
Power in this time period strongly relates to Mordechai Richler's The Apprenticeship of Duddy Kravitz.
Throughout this novel, the main character, Duddy Kravitz, faces and overcomes many challenges to attain his dream of owning land. During this journey, his materialistic desires change him as a person. The novel serves to show that one must retain their moral values and not be caught up in their materialistic desires or lust for power.
Also, when Duddy steals money from Virgil, Duddy decides to take a quick look at Virgil's bank balance, note his account number, and rip out 2 checks. He forged a signature by holding the check and the letter Virgil has signed up to the window and traced it slowly. This quote shows an important event in the novel. It shows that Duddy will do anything to attain his materialistic desires, and he achieves his power. He does this not caring about the morality of the situation. He only tries to benefit himself.
Additionally, when Duddy is visiting Simca, Simca tells Duddy, "A man without land is nobody. Remember that, Duddle." This quote is extremely important because it establishes Duddy's fundamental beliefs which drive him to do all he does in an effort to attain his power of being a somebody.
This novel strongly connects to the Catholic social teaching promotion of peace. Characters such as Duddy, Jerry Dingleman, Mr. Cohen do not use their power as well as they could to follow this teaching.
Power is taken advantage of by Duddy, Jerry Dingleman, and Mr. Cohen. Duddy gets caught up in the power he has towards money and land, which leads him to disrespecting everyone and not following God's teachings.
Jerry Dinkelman influences others to do the wrong thing due to his business, which is the drug trade and being a loan shark, and makes others stray from the good in life.
I think that sums up our time in the 1940s. Let's take it back to the present day. We come back to the 21st century, where things have not really changed from the previous years involving power. Power just evolved.
Money is everything. If you have money, people look at you differently. However, money isn't the only characteristic of power.
Power is popularity. Popularity means having people follow everything you do and using you as a role model. You control how they look at life.
Power is how many followers on Twitter and Instagram that you have. People follow you and listen to what you have to say. For example, liking or retweeting, which gives you a sense of importance.
Our whole society is structured on power, good power to bad power. However, some use the influence they have on people in a bad way, making it seem like the bad is okay. Examples of this are people such as Miley Cyrus, who use her popularity to negatively influence younger people.
The good things involving power are the various structured parts to our society, such as schools, democratic government, our law system, and many others.
Power is a necessary part of structured living and will continue to be so forever. This is why power is so relevant to everyone. It is and will continue to be a part of everyday life. Power. Thank you for following us in our journey.
Hope you enjoyed.